Hello, everybody. Welcome to another spine-tingling edition. Actually, this is the first edition of, uh, let's click the right light. There we go. Welcome, everybody. It is it is the first edition of Sports Final of the new year 2022. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this here lovable show. And, wow. What a fun show we have for you tonight. Not much going on in the world of sports because, after all, it is New Year's Day. Now, we're on the second day of January. I'm going to put my headphones down there and get everything nice and bright and happy and perky. By the way, a little toot if you don't mind. Yes, 2021 sucked. 2022 does show some promise. And we hope it promises to be better than 2021 and 2020. And anyway, we got a whole buttload because we were not on the air yesterday because we were celebrating New Year's Eve. And there was very few sports to even think about. So, as penance, we're going to give you the final scores from tonight and yesterday. Should be fun. Okay, so let's get to it. The Sugar Bowl is going on right now. 6:36 to play in the entire thing, and it looks like, well, our exit polls are saying this is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. 7th-ranked Baylor is about to beat up 8th-ranked Ole Miss 21-7. When it goes final, we'll let you know. But right now, our exit polls are saying that's going to probably be the final score. We continue. Final scores in the Outback Bowl. Number 21 ranked Arkansas, or for those of you down south, Arkansas, beat Penn State 24-10. The Citrus Bowl, 22nd ranked Kentucky over 15th ranked Iowa, 20-17. In the Fiesta Bowl, ole! In the Fiesta Bowl, folks, it was Oklahoma State, 9th ranked Oklahoma State over 5th ranked Notre Dame, 37-35. And it took a field goal to make Ohio State feel better. That's right, 6th ranked Ohio State in the Rose Bowl beat 11th ranked Utah. What the hell's a Ute? 48-45. Oh. In other bowls, including those we couldn't do because we took the night off yesterday to celebrate New Year's Eve. 17th ranked Wake Forest beat Rutgers in the Tech Slayer Bowl 38-10. In the Sun Bowl, Central Michigan beat Washington State 24-21. In the Cotton Bowl, number 1 ranked Alabama took care of number 4 ranked Cincinnati 27-6. In the Orange Bowl, number 3 Georgia defeated number 2 Michigan 34-11 in the Orange Bowl. That means for the national championship, ladies and gentlemen, it is Alabama and Georgia, otherwise known as the SEC. Once again, has number 1 and number 2, or in this case, number 1 and number 3. In the Duke's Mayo Bowl, where the coaches got dunked with mayonnaise, I agree with most everyone. I don't understand that at all. South Carolina beat North Carolina 38-21. In the Music City Bowl, Purdue beat Tennessee in overtime 48-45. In the Peach Bowl, it was number 10 Michigan State. Where de la chapeau that I'm supposed to wear upon the duty. Ah, there we are. That's right. Wear it with pride. Michigan State, number 10 ranked, beat number 12 ranked Pittsburgh 31-21. Las Vegas Bowl was Wisconsin 20, Arizona 13. Pinstripe Bowl, Maryland 54, Virginia Tech 10. Cheez-It Bowl, 19th ranked Clemson over Iowa State 20-13 in the Alamo Bowl. And remember, if you're having apple pie, remember the Alamo. 16th ranked Oklahoma, for that joke, beat 14th ranked Oregon 47-32. The Fenway Bowl between Virginia and SMU, they were canceled. Birmingham Bowl, number 20, Houston defeated Auburn 17-13. The First Responders Bowl, the Air Force beat Louisville 31-28. In the Liberty Bowl, Texas Tech over Mississippi State 34-7. In the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, it was Minnesota over West Virginia 18-6. And the Holiday Bowl between number 18 North Carolina State and UCLA was canceled. So there you go. That's all of the bowl games right now. So if Baylor and Ole Miss finishes before we go off the air, we'll bring you the final score. And then, of course, we speculate as to why Alabama will win over Georgia. Okay, we've done the football. Now let's, very funny, har. Okay, let's kick in with the NBA. Do we have the NBA? No, we don't. There we are. Thank you. By the way, I forgot to mention that all of our scores are presented to you courtesy of our friends over at Caesar Sportsbook. Remember, VRO Caesars. All righty, kids. Let's hit this one right in the mush here. NBA, we got some scores for you. So here we are. Can we brighten that light a little bit? Thank you. Not too much. Yes, I got soft skin here. The world champion, the defending NBA champs, the Milwaukee Bucks, outlasted the New Orleans Pelicans by a score of 136-113. The Chicago Bulls whammied the Washington Wizards 120-119. The Pistons did something incredible. They won 117-116 in overtime over the San Antonio Spurs. LA Clippers over the Brooklyn, New York, not Michigan Nets, 120-116. Denver Nuggets over the Houston Rockets, 124-111. And finally, the Golden State Warriors over the Utah Jazz, 123-116. Wahoo! And that is the pros. Now, how about Le College? Yes, how about Le College? We going for it right now, as a matter of fact. Let's take you to the college basketball games. Do we have said items? Yes, we do. Okay, there we go. College basketball scoreboard coming up. And here we go. Hopefully, we got some. By God, we do got some. Is that a shock or what? Let you know or what. Okay, so here we go. Shock of shocks. Number 1 ranked Baylor defeated number 8 ranked Iowa State 77-72. Number 6 Kansas over George Mason 76-67. Number 22 Villanova over 15th ranked Seton Hall 73-67. Number 17 Texas over West Virginia 74-59. 21 ranked Providence over Linda Steele's favorite school, DePaul, 70-53. Now, here are the games that were COVIDly canceled, as in postponed. Number 2, Duke and Notre Dame. Number 4, Gonzaga and Loyola Marymount. Number 5, UCLA and Arizona State. Number 25, Texas Tech and Oklahoma State. Boy, the top 25 is definitely going to be whacked out after all is said and done, and everything else goes round and round and up the address. Let's get to les scores du jour for les femelles, otherwise known as it's time to give you the scores of the women. Unfortunately, there are no scores. Portland and 18th ranked BYU were postponed due to that damn COVID. So there you go on that. That was simple, wasn't it? That was easy. Let's get you to the G League. And friends, the G League is here. So, let's give you, let's not give you the scores for the G League because they are postponed until Wednesday, January 5th. So it's force of habit. Habit be damned, as I always say. Habit be damned. There we go. And let's get over to our hockey segment. That's right. We got to have a hockey segment, don't we? Yes, we do. So we do what we do normally. We beg and plead the button to hit properly. There we go. Yes, friends. The NHL games. That's right. There are plenty to talk about. We got 2 games that are still going. One that has they've now gone into the second intermission. So let's give you the scores of the games that are still going on. Third period, 13:50 remaining in regulation. The Vancouver Canucks over the Seattle Kraken, 3-1. At the second intermission, it's the LA Kings Flyers 1. Yes, friends, the Bruins of Boston. Buffalo Sabres in overtime, 4-3. Coyle for Boston, 1 goal. McAvoy for Boston, 3 assists. And Tuch for Buffalo, 1 goal and 1 assist. Carolina Hurricanes over the Columbus Blue Jackets, 7-4. Scale. It's scheduled. Skagey for Carolina, 2 goals. Lawrence for Carolina, 2 goals. Nyquist for Columbus, 1 goal and an assist. The Florida Panthers beat La Canadiens de Montreal 5-2. Bennett for Florida, 2 goals. Huberdeau for Florida, 3 assists. And Reinhardt for Florida, 2 assists. Bing, bang, bong. The Nashville Predators defeated the Linda Steel Chicago Blackhawks 6-1. Janot for Nashville, 2 goals. Saros for Nashville, 37 saves. And Ekholm for Nashville, 3 assists. New York Islanders over the Edmonton Oilers, 3-2 in overtime. Dobson for the Islanders, 1 goal, 1 assist. Beauvilliers for the Islanders, 1 goal. And Lee for the Islanders, 1 goal. Maple Leafs blanking the Ottawa Senators, 6-0. Brody for Toronto, 1 goal, 2 assists. Campbell for Toronto, 23 saves. And McHale for Toronto, 2 goals. And in the Winter Classic, done outside in the night, the St. Louis Blues. Do we got it? Yeah, thank you. Oh, sorry, blowing the wrong end. Anyway, St. Louis Blues over the Minnesota Wild 6-4 in an event that took place in the Target Field in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where it was colder than Billy H. and Billy Eckstein, for that matter. It's an old joke. What do I know? And that is your NHL scoreboard right there, right in the old Canute shell. So let's give you some NCAA hockey scores. There's got to there's got to be some men's hockey scores. And yes, there are, so let's sing them. In Atlantic hockey, AIC defeated Air Force. I said Air Force. 5-2. In exhibition, don't know. Fifth ranked North Dakota versus the U.S. under 18 team. In exhibition, we have no score. In non conference games, here they are. Tra la la. Penn State and Army, they just got started, and before you know it, 10th ranked Notre Dame lost to Niagara 3-1. 17th ranked Ohio State beat LIU 7-2. 9th ranked Cornell lost to Arizona State 2-5, or 5-2 if you happen to read up and down or down and up. 14th ranked Omaha over St. Lawrence 5-0. 7th ranked St. Cloud over Bemidji State 5-2. Number 1 ranked Minnesota. Number 1 ranked Minnesota State or Minnesota State beat number 6 ranked Minnesota Duluth. Or see, I know it's Duluth, but I like to make fun of things, you know. That's who I am. Yes, indeed. 3-0 the score. Minnesota State over Minnesota Duluth. Number 8 Denver and unranked Alaska ended up in a 4-4 tie in overtime. And here are the canceled and postponed games. Maine and Penn State canceled. Merrimack and Yale canceled. 12th ranked Massachusetts and Union canceled. And guess what? That was it for the men. How about the ladies? Yes, how about the ladies? Do we have anything? Oh, yes, we do. The battle at the Boig. Syracuse and Boston University ended up in a 3-3 tie. Penn State and St. Cloud State are going on as we speak. So too Merrimack and Rensselaer. Minnesota, Duluth, number 8th ranked, defeated a 10th ranked Harvard 4-3. In the battle of abbreviations, RIT and LIU, RIT and LIU, ended up in a TIE after OT. And number 1 ranked Wisconsin, almost said Minnesota. Number 1 ranked Wisconsin over 4th ranked Quinnipiac 5-2. Wow. Let's now go to something we like to call the minor leagues. That's right. It's time to check in with the minor leagues and get those lovely things we like to call the scores. Now, how much you want to bet we only have 2 games to talk about? Well, let's find out. Cleveland Monsters, Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins postponed. Rockford Ice Hawks and Chicago Wolves postponed. Charlotte Checkers and the Texas Stars postponed. Springfield Thunderbirds and the Rochester beat the Rochester Americans 5-3. Belleville Senators over the Toronto Marlies 2-1. Lehigh Valley Phantoms beat and did so. They went over the Bridgeport Islanders in overtime 2-1. Grand Rapids Griffins beat the Milwaukee Admirals 4-2. And the Henderson Silver Knights over the Bakersfield Condors 3-2. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go now to the O, which happens to be the Ontario Hockey League, and check out their scores, shall we? Let's check out their scores, and we do so for tonight's games. There's supposed to be 6 games, but here's who postponed. Kitchener and Owen Sound postponed. North Bay and Oshawa postponed. Ottawa and Kensington postponed. Niagara and Peterborough postponed. London and Erie postponed. Flint beat Saginaw 5-2. And that was it for the Ottawa. So let's keep going with more from the leagues of hockey that are minor. So let's start off with the East Coast Hockey League, or the ECHL. And we do this slowly. It'll be painless. Okay, let's get to the scores of the games. There should be some games to talk about here tonight. And you're kidding. No, I'm not kidding. Wait a minute, let's whoa, did we go that fast? We did, okay. Hang on, folks. We're getting our validators straightened up. Boot. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's keep this love affair going. Okay, let's see. We're getting somewhere, wherever that is. I like to know personally. Okay, we got to go through everything, you know. Okay, I think we got them. Yes, we do. Let's give you all the scores from last night. We should. So here we go. South Carolina Stingrays lost to the Orlando Solar Bears 5-2. The Reading Royals over the Worcester Railers 2-0. Adirondack Thunder over the Newfoundland Growlers 4-3. Maine Mariners over the Trois-Rivières Lions 5-3. Toledo Walleye 7-2 winner over the Indy Fuel. There's no fuel like an old fuel. Kalamazoo Wings winged it over the Tulsa Oilers 4-3. Cincinnati Cyclones beat the Greenville Swamp Rabbits 3-2. Wheeling Nailers over the Norfolk Admirals 5-2. Allen Americans over the Idaho Steelheads 4-1. Florida Everblades over the Atlanta Gladiators 2-0. Fort Wayne Comets over the Iowa Heartlanders 1-0. Kansas City Mavericks over the Wichita Thunder 4-3. Rapid City Rush over the Utah Grizzlies 3-1. Maine Mariners over the Adirondack Thunder 3-2. And finally, the South Carolina Stingrays over the Jacksonville Icemen 1-0. Now, was that really all there is? Or are we just teasing ourselves? No, there's more. The Orlando Solar Bears beat Greenville Swamp Rabbits 3-2. The Norfolk Admirals beat the Wheeling Nailers 4-3. The Florida Everblades over the Atlanta Gladiators 6-2. Allen Americans over the Idaho Steelheads 3-2. Kansas City Mavericks 4-3 winner over Wichita Thunder. And finally, the Utah Grizzlies over the Rapid City Rush 6-4. Hi Kiba. That was fun, wasn't it, kids? Yes, it was. And that should this is weird. Let's get going. Here's Southern Professional Hockey League. There we go, Southern Professional Hockey League. Let's get to it. And just think, we're almost done. We might have time to do part 3 of the X-Force. X-Farce. X somewhere. Let's get you some scores, kids. All right, Knoxville Ice Bears over the Pensacola Ice Flyers, 3-0. Quad City Storm over the Vermilion Country Bobcats, 4-0. Evansville Thunderbolts over the Peoria Rivermen, 7-3. And that was it. How about Friday? Yes, we had some games on Friday, believe it or not. Fayetteville Marksmen defeat the Macon Mayhem 5-1. The Knoxville Ice Bears over the Pensacola Ice Flyers 4-3 in a shootout. Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs over the Huntsville Havoc 4-1. Peoria Rivermen over the Evansville Thunderbolts 4-1. Vermilion County Bobcats over the Quad City Storm 4-3. That's right, kiddies. And that is it for our hockey bit. Yay! We have survived hockey. We've gotten all of the hockey references done and down. It is 12:28 in the evening, and we are just halfway done with this broadcast. But right now, we got to go to the sports headlines, and for that, we do everything, including, yes, give you a report on WWE and their newest pay-per-view, Day 1, which was predictable as, well, they can never be. But we do all that in the moment. Right now, we do have some sad news to pass along. The first passage of 2022 has occurred. And sad news for our friends over in Denver. Dan Reeves, who won a Super Bowl title with the Dallas Cowboys and made 4 Super Bowl appearances as head coach, died Saturday at the age of 77, per the Associated Press. Reeves died of complications from dementia, but passed away peacefully and surrounded by his loving family at home in Atlanta. He spent 8 years as a player in the NFL, all for the Cowboys, rushing for 1,990 yards and 25 touchdowns, while also catching 129 passes for 1,693 yards and 17 touchdowns. He is part of the Cowboys' first Super Bowl winning team in 71, as Dallas defeated the Miami Dolphins at Super Bowl VI. After his playing career, Reeves moved up the coaching ranks in the Cowboys organization. A protege of Tom Landry, Reeves was the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys when they defeated the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl XII in the 77 season, spending 4 years in that role before earning his first head coaching gig with the Broncos in 81. He spent 23 seasons as the head coach with the Broncos, New York Giants, and Atlanta Falcons. He built the Broncos around John Elway and led them to 3 AFC championships in 4 seasons, only to lose in the Super Bowl each time. Reeves went 110, 73-1 in his 12 seasons with the Broncos before the team parted ways due to a complex relationship between he and Elway. Reeves went on to coach the Giants for 4 seasons, going 31-33 in New York before being fired at the conclusion of the 96 season. Hired by the Falcons in 97, Reeves took Atlanta to Super Bowl in just his second season, helping the Falcons capture their first NFC championship before losing Super Bowl 33 to Elway and the Broncos. Reeves went 49-59-1 in his 7 seasons there before his departure prior to the conclusion of the 2003 season. He finished 190, 165-2 in his 23 seasons as a head coach. His 190 wins are the 10th most in NFL history. He won the AP NFL Coach of the Year award twice in 93 and 98. He was the 3rd head coach to take 3 different teams to the playoffs and was just one of 7 head coaches to take 2 different franchises to the Super Bowl. And Falcons owner and chairman Arthur Blank, in a statement released by the team, said, Dan Reeves leaves a lasting legacy in our game as a player and coach. His track record of success in Dallas, Denver, New York, and Atlanta over several decades speaks for itself, marking a long and successful life and career in football. On behalf of the Atlanta Falcons, our condolences are extended to Dan's family and friends as they mourn his passing. And we agree with him. In Major League Baseball, hey, the hot stove league cooled down a little bit, especially with the strike. The lockout. Eddie Alvarez, an infielder and two-time Olympic silver medalist, has signed a contract with the LA Dodgers, according to his Instagram account. Major League Baseball's ongoing owner-imposed lockout necessitates that Alvarez's contract is of the minor league variety, prohibited from signing players to big league contracts or from executing transactions involving players on a 40-man roster. Alvarez wrote as part of a bigger post, quote, I want to take a moment and give thanks to the Miami Marlins for making a hometown kid's dream come true. Stepping on my first big league field wearing a uni I idolized ever since I was a boy was probably one of the most unbelievable feelings in my athletic career. I literally played in my backyard. So here's the 2022, and now let's see. It also said he also said, quote, but baseball has its unpredictability more often than not. I'm excited to announce this unbelievable chance to be a part of this historic organization. Here's a 2022 hashtag Let's Go Dodgers. He will celebrate his 32nd birthday in late January. He appeared in 36 big league contests with the Marlins over the past two seasons. In those games, he batted 188, 287, 287, with one home run and three stolen bases. Alvarez has always fared better throughout his minor league career. He'll enter next season having hit 281, 380, 418, and more than 600 games down on the farm. All right. Let's go now to the NFL and our final injury report before we head on to get the big old info from the rabbi. And let's get to it. Philadelphia Eagles, Washington versus Washington. Running back for the Eagles, running back Miles Sanders with a hand, he's out. Running back Jordan Howard, a stinger, is questionable. Washington cornerback William Jackson III, calf injury, he's out. Defensive end Montez Sweat, not injury related, but very personal. Wide receiver Curtis Samuel, hamstring. Defensive end James Smith Williams, illness, are questionable. Next game, please. The Rams and the Ravens. For the Rams, running back Cam Akers, Achilles tendon. Offensive linebacker Leonard Floyd, ankle. Defensive lineman Greg Gaines, hand. Safety Taylor Rapp, shoulder, are questionable. For the Ravens, cornerback Anthony Everett, ribs and chest. Guard Ben Powers, foot problem. They're out. Offensive linebacker Odafe Ole, foot, doubtful. Wide receiver Marquise Brown, illness. And Devin Duvernay, ankle. Offensive linebacker Darren Hayes, knee. Quarterback Lamar Jackson, ankle. Fullback Patrick Richard, knee. They're all questionable. Next game. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New York Jets. For the Jets, wide receiver Jameson Crowder is doubtful, but for the Buccaneers, offensive linebackers Shaquille Barrett with a knee and Jason Pierre-Paul with a shoulder are out. Cornerback Richard Sherman, Achilles, is doubtful. Wide receiver Antonio Brown, ankle. Mike Evans, hamstring. Justin Watson, quad. And safety Antoine Winfield Jr., foot. They're questionable. Miami Dolphins, Tennessee Titans. Well, no Dolphins are in the injured lineup, but the Titans, defensive line Laurel Murchison, knee, and offensive linebacker Derek Robertson are questionable. Jacksonville Jaguars and New England Patriots. For the Jags, tight end James O'Shaughnessy with a hip is out. Linebacker Alan Dakota with a shoulder is questionable. For the Patriots, wide receiver Nelson Aguilar, concussion, is out again. Defensive lineman Christian Barmore, knee, is out. No, not out, but we'll just read them all. Defensive line Christian Barmore, knee. Defensive back Kyle Duggar, hamstring. Kicker Nick Folk, left knee. Running back Damian Harris, hamstring. Linebacker Dante Hightower, knee. Cornerback J.C. Jackson, elbow. Wide receiver Jacoby Myers, thigh. Safety Adrian Phillips, illness and knee are questionable. Vegas, baby, and the Indianapolis Colts for the Raiders. Jonathan Hankins is questionable. That's the only injury report there. Colts safety Andrew San Diego, concussion is out. Tight end Jack Doyle, knee and ankle. Tackle Eric Fisher, knee, shoulder, toe. Mark Glowinski, illness, questionable. Kansas City Chiefs at the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, this is fun. For Chiefs, running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire is out with a shoulder injury. Bengals, cornerback Jalen Davis, ankle injury. Defensive end Cam Sample, hamstring injury. They're both out. New York Giants and Chicago Bears. For the Giants, wide receivers Colin Johnson, a hamstring. John Ross, a knee and COVID ramp-up. And Kadarius Toney, shoulder. They're all out. Offensive line, Billy Price, doubtful. For personal reasons, is doubtful. Cornerback, Adoree Jackson, quad and COVID ramp-up. Defensive lineman, Austin Johnson, foot. Tight end, Chris Myrick, hip. Tackle, Nate Soldier, COVID ramp-up. For the Bears, defensive back, Duke Shelley, heel. Quarterback, Justin Fields, ankle. Tackle, Jason Peters, ankle. Defensive lineman, Eddie Goldman, finger, very questionable. Atlanta Falcons and the Buffalo Bills. Falcons, cornerback Fabian Moreau, ribs, is doubtful. For the Bills, Ed Oliver, for tight end, Ed Oliver, for an ankle. Wide receiver, Emmanuel Sanders, knee, they're both questionable. Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. For the Texans, quarterback Deshaun Watson, non-injury related, he's out. Wide receiver Chris Connolly, knee. Defensive back A.J. Moore, illness. Quarterback Jimmy Moreland, illness. They're both questionable. 49ers, linebacker Dre Greenlaw, groin. Aziz Al-Shahir, knee. Defensive tackle Maurice Hurst, calf. They're all out. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, thumbs. Safety Talona Hufanga, knee, doubtful. Running back Elijah Mitchell with a knee problem is questionable. Denver Broncos, Los Angeles Chargers. For the Bronx, quarterback Terry Bridgewater, concussion is out. Wide receiver Cortland Sutton, illness. Running backs Melvin Gordon, thumb and hip. Cornerback Ronald Darby, shoulder. Defensive end Shelby Harris, ankle. Safety Kareem Jackson, back and shoulder. Defensive end Draymond Jones, foot. Defensive lineman Shamar Stevens, knee. Running back Javonte Williams, knee. And inside linebacker Kenny Young, concussion. They're questionable. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, linebacker Drew Tranquill is doubtful with an ankle injury. Carolina Panthers at New Orleans Saints. Cornerback for the Panthers. Cornerback Stephon Gilmore, groin, is out. Tackle Cameron Irving with a calf problem. Safety Sean Chandler, groin, doubtful. Safety Justin Burris, groin. Linebacker Jermaine Carter Jr., groin. C.J. Henderson, shoulder, knee are questionable. Saints wide receiver Traquan Smith, chest is out. Tackle Taron Armstead, knee. Wide receiver Ty Montgomery, back. Running back Mark Ingram, knee. Cornerback Bradley Roby, shoulder. Defensive end Carl Granderson, illness. And wide receiver Little Jordan Humphrey, illness. They're all questionable. The Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Lions fullback Jason Cabinda, knee, is out. Quarterback Jared Goff, knee, doubtful. Linebacker Chris Bolton, back, questionable. Seahawks, linebacker John Radican, knee problem, he's out. Tackle Brandon Shell, shoulder issue, he's doubtful. Running back Alec Collins, shoulder is questionable. Arizona, hi there. Arizona Cardinals, Dallas Cowboys. Cardinals, quarterback Marco Wilson, shoulder. Defensive lineman Jordan Phillips, knee. They're out. Defensive line Zach Allen, ankle. Safety Buda Baker, ribs. Running back James Conner, heel. Offensive lineman Sean Harlow, illness. Tight end Demetrius Harris, shoulder. Wide receiver Rondell Moore, ankle, questionable. No injuries to report on the Cowboys. Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. For the Vikings, cornerback Cameron Dantzler, doubtful with a calf problem. Tight end Tyler Conklin, hamstring. Defensive tackle Michael Pierce, illness. Linebacker Chaz Sherratt, illness. They're questionable. For the Pack, cornerback Jair Alexander, shoulder problem. Tackle David Bakhtiari, knee. Guard and tackle Billy Turner, knee. They're out. Defensive lineman Tyler Lancaster is questionable with a back injury. And Monday night's big game matchup, the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's who is in the old injury section. Brown, safety, Ronnie Harrison Jr., ankle, cornerback Troy Hill, knee, safety, John Johnson III, hamstring, they're out. Running back Kareem Hunt, ankle, defensive tackle Malik Jackson, knee, questionable. Steelers, linebacker Butter Johnson, foot, he's out. Punter Presley Hoven III, non-injury related, but he does have an illness. And center Kendrick Green, calf, they're questionable. And friends, that is it. That is it for thus, and thus, therefore, they are. And let us now, for want of a better verbical word, take you to the schedule for Week 17. There's no Thursday night game, so we will have the rabbi's verbs, since he has taken New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off, but he has sent us his predictions for Week 17. So here we go. 1 o'clock Fox game. The Atlanta Falcons 7-8, and the Buffalo Bills. Oh, we don't do the, do we? Yeah. Atlanta Falcons 7-8 at the Buffalo Bills 9-6. The rabbi has said that this is going to be a big test for the Bills, and they're going to pass. Bills 27, Falcons 14. Jacksonville Jaguars on CBS. Jacksonville Jaguars will visit the New England Patriots. Jacksonville 2-13, Patriots 9-6. Rabbi is saying, congratulations, Jacksonville. You have that first-round draft pick tied in. Patriots over the Jags, 27-13. CBS game at 1 o'clock. It's the Kansas City Chiefs at 11-4 at the Cincinnati Bengals 9-6. Rabbi says this is easy. Go with the Chiefs. They'll take it 30-21. All right, the Fox 1 o'clock game. LA Rams 11-4 taking on the Baltimore Ravens 8-7. Rabbi is saying Matthew Stafford will do it again. Ravens won't even see it coming. Rams 36, Ravens 16. Fox game at 1 o'clock. Los Angeles Raiders at 8-7 taking on the Indianapolis Colts at 9-6. The rabbi is saying Indianapolis got lucky. Don't you wish the Raiders were as well? And I'm still on the air. Raiders 8-7, Colts 9-6. Rabbi, of course, says the Colts got lucky, and well, this time, don't you wish the Raiders did? And he's right. Raiders, the rabbi says, the Raiders will get even luckier. They'll beat the Colts 21-14. CBS at 1 o'clock, we'll have the Dolphins, Miami Dolphins 8-7 at the Tennessee Titans 10-5. Rabbi says this game won't determine much. That's why the Titans win. Final score will be 20-17 Titans. New York Giants 4-11 at the Chicago Bears 5-10. This game, the rabbi says, is going to help Matt Nagy decide his future. It's kind of looking even grimmer. Giants in a shocker, 17-15. The Fox 1:00 game, Philadelphia Eagles 8-7 at Washington 6-9, and the rabbi saying the Eagles are pretty good. They're even going to be better when they beat Washington 27-21. The Fox 1:00. Tampa Bay Buccaneers 11-4 at the New York Jets 4-11. And excuse me, folks. Just a moment here. Okay. There you are. My cat. And let's continue on here. Buccaneers 11-4. New York Jets 4-11. The rabbi says no comment. Buccaneers are that good. And they're going to win 37-17. 4:05 games on CBS. Denver Broncos at 7-8. Los Angeles Chargers are 8-7. Said this one's for Dan Reeves. Broncos 21, Chargers 17. The Houston Texans 4-11 taking on the San Francisco 49ers at 8-7 on CBS. And the rabbi again makes that 1 point especially clear. Garoppolo is sort of going to be ineffective in this game. The Houston Texans will pounce on it and barely squeak out a win. 20-17 Texans over the 49ers. The Fox 4:25 game, Atlanta. The Arizona Cardinals 10-5 at the Dallas Cowboys 11-4. Rabbi tells us Cowboys are in to win it. The Cardinals are just in it to clinch it. Give this one to the Cowboys 36-21. Fox's 4:25 games. Carolina Panthers 5-10 at the New Orleans Saints 7-8. This is just for pride. Panthers over the Saints 21-14. Another 4:25er, and it's the Detroit Lions 12-1 taking on the Seattle Seahawks 5-10. Rabbi says this would be funny if it wasn't a true game, because frankly, both teams are just doing this for pride. Lions to upset the Hawks 36-34. The last NBC Sunday night game, maybe. I mean, we do have 18 weeks. Minnesota Vikings 7-8 at the Green Bay Packers 12-3, and the rabbi says the anointed one will be now truly a Hall of Famer. They will beat the Vikings 21-3. And the Monday Nighter will have the Cleveland Browns 7-8 at the Pittsburgh Steelers 7-1. One's going to get it, and the other one is just going to be going fishing. Rabbi says, I hope the Browns love the steelhead. Steelers 30, Browns 27. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it until, of course, January 9th. Until, of course, next week, final week, week 18. Okay, let's keep going here because We got about 7 minutes. Wow. We got about 6 minutes left. Let's get you to our last two segments, and unfortunately that means we don't have time to do our live reading. We will do that tomorrow, and I promise you that. But right now, let's get you to the Premier League. By the way, we are saluting, of course, USA Network, which took over the sports programming for NBCSN when they closed down I'm just going to say it, rather badly. And I'll tell you why tomorrow. But it sucked. In the Premier League, Manchester City over Arsenal 2-1. Tottenham Hotspur over Watford 1-0. West Ham United over the Crystal Palace 3-2. In Championship soccer action, Blackpool over Hull City 1-0. And we're going to pass some of these leagues because time, naturally, and because someone's impatient. Caledonia Braves over Broomhill 3-0. In the Irish Premiership, Ballymena United over Portadown 4-0. Crusaders and Carrick Rangers tied at 0. Linfield over Dungeness Swift 6-1. Cliftonville over Glenavon 2-0. Larne over Glentoran 3-2. And in the Australian A-League, only one game. Adelaide United over Wellington Phoenix 4-0. And we have just enough time to give you live another little edition of non-subtraction. So here we go. Let's boost her up, and let's take you now to the let's see, do we have any updates? One update in the National Hockey League. Los Angeles Kings lead the Philadelphia Flyers 4-2, 11 minutes into the third period. And that is it. My God. That is it. We have done our duty, and we have made a lot of people very happy. Well, maybe except the sports bettors. But tomorrow, of course, is week 17. Good luck to all the teams. We'll keep you updated on after the first half. We will recap the 1 o'clock games and preview the Sunday and Monday night little tap dance. Till tomorrow, 4 o'clock for our after the first half segment. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget, first week in January, which is right after Sunday, our name gets changed to Steve Sporty Balls. We think it's going to be really hilarious. That's right, Steve Sporty Balls with Sports Final. So there you go. There's the title. Enjoy. And speaking of enjoy, you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you tomorrow night at midnight. Until then, Steve the Baxman Baxley saying thank you. And from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk in the Tom O'Neill Studios here in Jackson, Michigan, this has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. Enjoy the evening, West Coast, and enjoy your mornings, East Coast. And for those of you who are shivering and shaking, I'm with you. You got my sympathies. We'll see you. We'll all find a warm spot for you. It's called Sunday. Good night, everybody.